Hi guys, welcome to the Mathematician. Today we're going to be going over the STAAR EOC 2017 Algebra 1 STAAR test. So, let's look at number 1. Which expression is equivalent to square root of 147? So, let's first simplify the square root into simplify it. So, square root of 147. So when I do when I solve for square roots, I kind of like to think that, what divided by what equals what. So, but you have to think it for the squares numbers, like 3 squared is 9. So you have to think 147 divided by 9 equals what. So then if that is true, then you would put 3 on the outside and then whatever number you got. And so let's try it on, so let's say 49. So 147 divided by 49 equals what? I would use my my TI-84 calculator on my laptop, but I don't think you guys could see it, so I'm just going to go ahead with decimals. So 147 divided by, if you can't find the divided by sign, you just show keypad and you have the divided sign here, divided by, what's the number? Oh yes, 49. Oh, oops. 49. And then that says equals 3. So 49 is actually a divisor of 147. So our answer would be 7 square root of 3. And the way to check this is that this number squared, so 7 times 7, times this number inside, times 3, is always going to be equal to your original 147. So, let's look at our answer choices. Let me clear this up. It kind of looks messy. Okay, so our answer was, wait, this one is the highlighter. No, this is actually that. Yeah. Okay, so it's equal to 7 square root of 3, right? So let's look at our answer choices. So let's just use the rule. So if you think you're kind of doubtful if your answer is correct, we can just use the rule I talked about. So 3 squared is 9. 9 times 7 is 63. So 63, 147? No. So that's wrong. 7 squared root of 3, 7 times 7 is 49. 49 times 3 is 147, because we did it over here. 49 times 3, 147. So that is true, but we're not for certain. 21 squared is 21 times 21 is 441 times 7, which would be, oh wow, 3,087. So I don't think that would be the answer. 49 squared times 3, I doubt that would be the answer too, because 49 squared would just become even more bigger than this answer. So, our answer is B. A drummer and a guitarist each wrote songs for their band. The guitarist wrote 8 fewer than twice the number of songs the drummer wrote. They wrote a total of 46 songs. Which system of equations models the situation if the drummer wrote these songs and the guitarist wrote 8 songs? So first, let's label our drummer and guitarist. The drummer is D, and your guitarist is G. So, oh, that's cute. My bad. So G. So the guitarist G wrote 8 fewer than 2D. So 8 fewer than twice the number of songs the drummer wrote. So it'd be T. So twice the number of songs the drummer wrote would be 2D, because 2 times D, which would be twice the number of songs. So the guitarist wrote 8 fewer than, so minus 8. Then the drummer wrote, guitarist guitarist would equal 8 fewer than 2D minus 8. So we know that drummer plus guitarist equals, they have a total of 46 songs. So D plus G equals 46. So now we just have to model which system of equations matches if the drummer wrote D songs and the guitarist wrote G songs. So let's look at our answer choices to see if they match our equations. So let's look at F. G plus D equals 46. Okay, we have that one. Check mark. G equals 2D minus 8. Oh, okay, we also have that one. So now let's look at the other ones just to make sure. Oh, G equals 8 minus 2D. Well, that isn't correct in the situation, so no. G equals 46 minus D. No, we don't have that equation either. I mean, it's G plus D equals 46. If you, in this situation, this one wouldn't really match the equations. And so yeah. So let's look at the next one. G equals 2G minus 8. Not really. It's actually guitarist equals, so it would be no. And also equal to guitarist equals, so no. So your answer is F. Now let's look at number 3. Which graph best represents the solution set to y is less than or equal to negative 4x? There is actually many multiple ways to do this. We can solve by process of elimination first. So we know if it's a less than, if it has like an equal to sign, like a less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, the line will not be dotted. It would always be like a straight line. It won't never be like dot 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 dot. It would always just be like a straight line. So we can cross out A and B. Now we're left at C and D. One way to do this is you can just do it on the graphing calculator. Like I said before, the Desmos one, not my Desmos, the TI-84 wouldn't show up on my laptop when I was presenting. So I'll just do it on the Desmos calculator. So first we do Y, and then we do our less than, and we just put the equal to sign right after it, and then we put in the number negative 4x. So then we have our graph. So let's see which graph matches that. So C matches the graph shown. This one is a solution set for yeah. This one won't. This one won't come in the situation though, because this one is a solution set for I think y is greater than or equal to 4. I think. Oh, negative 4. My bad. Yeah. Oh wait, no, y is greater than. Oops, that's less than. Y is less than. Yeah. So this one is like a y is less than or equal to negative 4. So this one obviously, I mean, you didn't have to like graph it, but you can just tell because it's going that way. So this one would just be a y is greater than or equal to negative 4. But that doesn't really matter. But yeah. Oops. Okay, let's go to number 5. Oh wait, no, we didn't see this one. So the graph x squared was transformed to create the graph g of x equals x minus 7.5 squared. Which of these describes this transformation? So we know that when we're graphing, well, we're not graphing. So when we're doing this, so if it's like a number here, that it would go to the right, right? So we know that it will go to the right. 7.5 inches. Remember, we change this, like, we don't change the sign, but like you do the inverse, like 7.5. This one is like, you probably would have studied this in school, where they did like a unit about the transformations, where like they told you, like, if it was outside, like over here, they would say it would go up or something. And remember, like, we did that, like a vertical shift and a horizontal shift. This one would be a horizontal shift to the right, 7.5 inches. Okay. A set of weights includes a 4-pound barbell and 6 pairs of weight plates. Each pair of plates weigh 20 pounds. If X pair of weights are added to the barbell, the total weight of the barbell and plates in pounds can be represented by f of x equals 20x plus 4. What is the range for this situation? So let's read the question carefully. So it's asking what is the range of the function in this situation. So we know the range is the y values. So we know that our x values can't be negative, right? I mean, no, our x values are any number of plates. So the weight plates would be 4 pounds and 6 pairs of weight. So we just plug in like say we plug in numbers to this situation, because we know that in our domain values, it can be anything, like it can be 1 all the way from 0 to like blah blah blah. But in this situation, since it's weights, it won't obviously be negative numbers, but so we just plug in 1 to this equation, because we plug in, let's say x is the 1 value, so you just plug in 1. So 20 plus 4 is 24, and we keep doing it, so we just plug in 2. So 20 times 2 is 40, plus 4 is 44. So as you can see, we got 44 and 24. So this one kind of best matches it, so it would be B. It wouldn't be A. This is the again, they're asking for the range values, not the domain values. So it wouldn't be A or C or D. Let's erase this one. Okay, the area of a rectangle is 54 x to the power 9 y to the power 8 square yards. If the length of the rectangle is 6 times x to the power 3 y to the power 4, which expression explains the width of a rectangle in yards? So this is our rectangle. Alright, it's saying our area. So area is that number. So so that's our number, and this is our length, and this is our width, right? So our length is 6 x to the power 3 y to the power 4, and our area is 54 x 9 y to the power 8, x to the power 9 y to the power 8, and this is our width. So we don't know our width, but we do know that to get our area, we have to multiply our length times width to get the area, right? Area is equal to length times width. I also believe there's a formula in the beginning, formula chart that you can use. Yeah, over here. Or I don't think they have it for lines. They don't have it here. But our area is equal to area equals length times width, right? So to get the width, missing length, we would have to divide 54 54 x to the power 9 y to the power 8 divided by 6 x to the power 3 y to the power 4 to get our width, right? Because if you add the length and width, you would get the area. So if you divide it, you should get the missing one, right? So let's divide 54 by x to the power 9 meant, and y to the power of 8. Okay, I'm going to just write this faster. 6 x 3 y to the power of 4. So, 54 divided by 6 is 9. So you can cross out the 9. So, remember the rule when we're dividing exponents. So you would subtract 9 minus 3 would be 6. So we would have x to the power 6 here, and this would be gone. And now we have y to the power of 4, and y8. Since y8's bigger, y to the power of 8 is bigger, we would minus 4, and then bye-bye, and then it would equal 4. So our answer would be 9 x to the power of 6 and y to the power of 4. It also is over here too, but if you couldn't understand this messy work, I'll write it here neatly. Y to the power of 4. Okay, so our answer would be H. And if you want to really double check, you can multiply since this is our width, right? You can multiply this number times our 6 x to the power of 3 y to the power x cubed y to the power of 4. And if you can see, if this number times this number actually gets 54 x to the power of 9 y to the power of 8. It should though. And yeah. Number 7. The total number of seats in an auditorium is modeled by the function f of x equals 2x squared minus 6x, where x represents the number of rows of seats. How many rows are there in the auditorium if it has a total number of 416 seats? So x represents the total number of rows of seats, right? So the total number of seats in the auditorium is modeled. So 416, not 416, but the total number of seats are modeled by this function. So, what we do first is that we have to, so it says like here, the total number of seats in the auditorium is modeled by f of x equals, so 400, they said the 416 is the total number of seats, right? So we would do 416 equals 2x squared minus 6x, right? Because we have to solve for x, right? X represents the number of rows per seat. So if we move 416 to the other side, it would turn negative. So we would solve for that. So let's solve for this using the x method. So we know so what goes into 416? So we know 32 and 13. If you don't know, if you don't know this by I didn't know this off the top of my head, but I did use a calculator to find out what the what 416 goes, what can go into 416, but I didn't want to waste time doing that, so I kind of skipped that step. But yeah, so 2 times what? 1, 2. It wouldn't go here, so let's try here. So 26 minus 32, so okay, because yeah, so that would work if we solve this using our x method. So our answer 2x minus 16 and x plus 13. Negative 13 would be one of our answers, and 8. Oh wait, not 8. Oh wait, this is negative 32. 16 would be one of our answers. Yeah, I messed up there. Yeah, 16 would be one of our answers. So, so we know our answers would not be negative because you can't have negative rows. So we're only left with 16. So our answer is 16. I'll stop here for today. And if you have any questions, please comment below. Thank you.